The 20 biggest games you must play in 2018. 1. A Way Out. A Way Out is the next game written and directed by Joseph Fares, one of the creative forces behind The Excellent Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. For those who may have missed it, Brothers gave you control of two characters, both controlled simultaneously and independently via the analog. As a result, it featured challenging, but rewarding platforming and puzzles, and a heartwarming story to boot.
Do you have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem with you!
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too. See? Problem solved. Come on, Leo!
Anthem. Announced at E3 this year, Anthem is the next game from veteran and esteemed role-playing game studio BioWare, specifically BioWare Edmonton, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. A multiplayer action RPG, Anthem puts players into the role of a freelancer on a journey through a vast open world to explore unknown planets and protect humanity. A key element of the game are the exosuits, called javelins. You can customize them, equipping them with a range of new gear that you either craft or acquire. 3. Crackdown III. Crackdown 3 was first announced at E3 2014 and planned for a 2016 release, but a delay pushed it back to November 2017. It was then hit with another delay following its bold showing at E3 2017, and now it's set to launch at an unspecified date in spring 2018. Detroit, Become Human. Detroit, Become Human is the next immersive story-driven game from director David Cage and developer Quantic Dream, best known for Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy in North America, and beyond, Two Souls. The script supposedly took Cage over 2 years to write and, as the name suggests, the game takes place in a futuristic version of Detroit. It follows the journey of 3 androids. Kara gains sentience and escapes the factory she was built in.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
Five. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Matching the style and over-the-top action of the Dragon Ball Z series has been a challenge for past games. The upcoming Dragon Ball FighterZ, however, looks to be the exception, pushing the trend of average DBZ fighters aside and bringing the series to new heights. Coming from Arc Systems Works, the same developer behind Guilty Gear Crossroad, BlazBlue, and Persona 4 Arena, the new game is not only looking to be a faithful adaptation of the series, but also one of the most exciting fighting games of 2018. 6. Far Cry 5. When reflecting on the Far Cry series' past locales, Far Cry 5's rural America seems like a refreshing and evocative choice for Ubisoft's first-person shooter series. Between the sprawling farmland and dense forests of the fictional region known as Hope County, Montana, the place is primed to make the most of Far Cry's open-world and emergent gameplay.
Let's make sure we don't disappoint.
Seven. Ghost of Tsushima. With the superhero-inspired Infamous series, Sucker Punch Productions proved itself capable of creating beautiful, vast open worlds packed with gameplay opportunities. Its next title, Ghost of Tsushima, looks set to leverage the experience it has accumulated from other projects to deliver something completely different. God of War. The upcoming God of War is a drastic departure from the style and tone of previous games in the series. Its somber, more deeply personal narrative, new combat mechanics, and aged version of series protagonist Kratos each contribute toward what looks to be an exciting new direction for the series.
Above us! Wow! Amazing!
Follow me.
Yes, sir!
9. The Impatient. The Impatient looks to be an enjoyable experience in two areas. First, as a PlayStation VR title, it aims to scare you on a subconscious level, using psychological horror and binaural audio to worm its way into your deepest fears.
No! Get me out of there!
Try to visualize the last thing you can remember before you came here.
You understand I want what's best for you.
10. Kingdom Hearts 3. It's hard to count the number of reasons to be excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe it's the 13-year gap between Kingdom Hearts 2 and the next numbered sequel. Maybe it's the most recent trailer for Toy Story World, the first in the series to be based on a Pixar movie. Maybe it's because the series will be coming to Xbox for the first time, letting a whole new player base experience the Disney Final Fantasy crossover magic.
おいおい、久しぶりだってのに随分な挨拶じゃねえか。
あんたらに関わってうまくいった試しがないんだよ。さあさあ、帰った。
11. Monster Hunter World. The last few Monster Hunter games on 3DS have been terrific, and they've introduced a whole new group of players to one of Japan's biggest franchises. But Monster Hunter World is poised to take this series even further. On PS4, Xbox One, and PC, the game will obviously look better than any previous version of the game, but it's the refinements in gameplay and online multiplayer that have a chance of finally pushing it into the mainstream.
Use everything at your disposal. I want eyes everywhere. Fight hard and stay smart.
Keep going! We can't leave her!
12. Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. After the generally positive reception of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, it was not surprising that its sequel, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, earned the rare spot as a One More Thing. Revealed to close out a PlayStation Experience 2016 keynote. Between the original game's heartfelt story, involving combat, and Studio Ghibli crafted cinematics, there was a lot to love.
Kneel before the king of Ding Dong Town.
13. Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. 2017 was very good to fans of old-school, Baldur's Gate-style RPGs. Divinity, Original Sin 2 earned a rare 10/10 on GameSpot, and Pillars of Eternity 2 was announced and fully funded in less than a day. Going into 2018, Obsidian is set to deliver on its promises of truly living cities and more freedom to explore the open world. Project Octopath Traveller. Project Octopath Traveller on Switch evokes the qualities that are bound to please fans of classic Japanese RPGs. Its HD 2D pixelated visual style offers a unique take on the much-used JRPG aesthetic, combining 16-bit style character sprites and textures with polygonal environments and high-definition effects. Combat is involved and utilizes weakness exploitation much like the Shin Megami Tensei games. And its ensemble cast of playable characters even calls back to early Saga games. #15. Red Dead Redemption 2. Out of all the games coming in 2018, Rockstar's follow-up to Red Dead Redemption is arguably the most significant. The developer's other major franchise, Grand Theft Auto, is a cultural phenomenon, and even in 2017, over 4 years since it was first released, Grand Theft Auto V continues to be one of the best-selling games in the US every month.
Do you have my back? Always, Dutch.
16. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves has been in Microsoft's deck for quite some time, since it was announced at E3 2015, but it's set to see the light of day in 2018 with an official release. This pirate-themed first-person action adventure focuses on multiplayer across islands and the open seas. The game is shown to have range. There's a lot going on, from ship battles and navigating the seas to digging up treasures and hoarding loot. "17. Shenmue III. Shenmue is a divisive franchise, but one thing that is undeniable is that the story is incomplete. The second game ends on a massive cliffhanger, and rabid fans want the series to return so much that they raised well over $6 million on Kickstarter for Shenmue III. Considering the first two games are among the most expensive of all time, Shenmue III is going to need every penny. The original released on the Dreamcast and pioneered open-world games. SpiderMan. While Marvel is currently trouncing longtime rival DC when it comes to their respective film universes, it's an altogether different story when it comes to games. DC characters have had an impressive run of good to great games in recent years, with highlights including Arcane's hugely impressive Batman Arkham series and the well-received Injustice Fighters. In contrast, poor Marvel fans have had little to crow about when it came to high-quality, big-budget games on PC consoles.
Maybe the city needs our friend more than you think.
Peter!
19. State of Decay 2. Perhaps the most exciting feature of State of Decay 2 is one that was sorely absent from the first game: multiplayer. The first entry in Undead Labs and Microsoft's zombie survival game was a surprise hit, delivering a vast open world with a robust survival gameplay and the unsettling, ever-present threat of zombies descending on you at a moment's notice. It seems like a setup that would allow players to connect with each other to collaborate, but that wasn't the case.
How will you build it? Work together to defend it. From the terror just outside the walls.
20. Skull and Bones. Ever since the release of Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag in 2014, there existed an audience of fans who yearned for the series to return to or iterate upon the fantastic naval combat from that game. While Assassin's Creed Rogue expanded on those mechanics to some degree, it wasn't the true successor everyone craved.